So the Tokyo Motor Show has been underway, and there's been a lot of tantalizing products that have been teased there, not the least of which is this Mazda Iconic SP being teased as a future direction for the MX-5 Miata. But I don't think so. Welcome back to All Cars, y'all. I am John, and this is a gorgeous car. Now, Mazda teased this about a year ago with a concept car, and now they're showing it here at the Tokyo Motor Show, and it's beautiful. It really is. I love this color, viola red, and the interior is minimalistic, covered in suede. I don't expect that to continue into production, but multiple articles are saying this is the future direction of the Miata. And the fact is I don't believe that to be the case, and I don't understand why they keep saying it. Mazda, for its own self, has said in the press release it's just a sports car that focuses on handling. And they haven't released a ton of details about it, but what we do know is for the powertrain, it's a two-rotor rotary engine with an electrified powertrain providing about 365 horsepower. But the dimensions are substantially larger than the Miata. So I've got a cheat sheet here. So the Iconic is 164.5 inches long, 73 inches wide, 45 inches tall, which is super low, with a wheelbase of 102 inches and a weight of about 3197, so 3,200 pounds, largely due to those batteries that are being included. And so people are talking about this as a replacement for the Miata, the next generation, the styling direction and powertrain direction that the Miata is going in. But I don't think I buy it. Let's look at this. The latest generation of the Miata is about 10 inches shorter, about 5 inches narrower, and honestly about 3.5 inches taller on a 1 foot shorter wheelbase and weighs about 900 pounds less. So when I look at this, I actually love the styling of it. In fact, there's a little bit of an essence of some 60s Ferraris, or maybe, especially in the rear three-quarters view, some Alfa Romeo. But from the front, and then specifically these taillights, I really get RX vibes. I don't think this is a Miata. I don't wonder if Mazda is not pulling one over on all of us by not saying it, but suggesting it's the future generation Miata. See, Mazda was the sporty car company, and they're moving more towards luxury. So they're luxury sporty or sporty luxury. But they have protected the Miata. And sure, it's gotten bigger and heavier and more powerful over its lifespan. But to suddenly jump up basically an entire another size with one generation, I don't see it. I don't. I think that Mazda would protect their iconic car a little bit more than that. And when I look at this new Iconic SP, I see a little bit of the RX-7 in it. And with those taillights, I see some of the RX-8 in it. It's got a rotary engine. Even though that rotary engine is the range extender for the battery and the motors driving the wheels, I think this is the next generation RX. Whether they call it the RX-9 or the RXX or the RX squared, which would be super cool, I think this is the next generation RX. And that makes a lot of sense to me, because to balloon up the Miata, I don't see them doing that. But to reintroduce the RX series and come in with something a little bit tighter, I totally get it. Because the RX-8 was about 12 inches longer. 4 inches lower, 3.5 inches lower, 7.5 inches taller, with a 4-inch longer wheelbase, but right at 3,000 pounds. This strikes me as a company moving to the future who's taking one of their iconic cars and tightening it up with a future powertrain. So while we've got all of these other news articles talking about the return of or the next generation of the Miata, I don't see it. I see this as a tighter, more focused, more compact, futuristic powertrain, electrified powertrain of the RX series. And I think it looks fantastic. Let me know what you think below, guys. Thanks for being here.